Move on and introduce our second Ignite speaker, Bev Kobe. Bev is the Executive Director for Goodwill Industries Career Center and the Vice President of Mission Advancement for Goodwill Industries Corporation. Bev joined Goodwill in January 2008, bringing with her an extensive knowledge base with respect to persons with chronic pervasive health concerns, having worked as a counselor in the mental health care program at London Health Sciences Centre for 20 years. Bev has a youth counselor diploma from Fanshawe College, as well as a psychosocial rehabilitation certificate from Mohawk College, and more recently, a professional certificate in leadership from Western University. Bev, I introduce you to share your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. I'm just going to share my screen. Thanks, and hi to everybody. It's great to be able to be part of this event today, growing your workforce. So a little bit about Goodwill. Goodwill believes that work works, that work can be transformative and can change lives, build communities, and grow the economy. Our mission is changing lives and communities through the power of work. Our work first philosophy is about creating jobs, giving people access to real work with real pay, and then wrapping supports like coaching and training around them so that people have the opportunity to develop. Since the beginning of the last century, Goodwill Industries has provided jobs, skills development, and career advancement for people who face disability, social disadvantage, and other barriers to employment. Today, Goodwill Industries Ontario Great Lakes covers most of Ontario except for the Hamilton, Halton, and Niagara regions. We have just over 1,000 employees, 15 retail stores, 2 boutiques, an outlet store, 2 recycling depots, 3 bookstores, and 15 donation centers. Goodwill is a job creator with a door open to people who need a job the most. And it's also a chance to develop skills that are needed by the labor market. We train not only on the technical skills, but more importantly, the essential soft skills that workers need to successfully retain employment, and that employers have identified many seem to be lacking, which create challenges with performance and productivity, healthy workplace culture, and makes it difficult to build a cohesive, thriving workforce. Goodwill is very intentional about creating a culture of caring and compassion, training and inclusion. We have a team of employee coaches that each employee right on day one has access to. And the coach is there to help them develop a life plan, setting personal and professional goals, getting them connected to community resources, and participate in programs that coaches facilitate around financial literacy, health and wellness, self-care, and others. The life scans provide the coaching team with insights into what programs or initiatives would be beneficial to our team members' growth and development. And these life scans are updated annually. It's kind of a living, breathing document and really informs how Goodwill can respond to ensure that our workforce has the opportunities that they need to grow and develop. We also have a scholarship program to support employees who want to pursue further education or obtain some credentials. We have a bridge loan program, and we also support those that are preparing to transition out of Goodwill into competitive employment in their communities. So we have made a commitment that every year we will graduate 30% of our workforce either up in Goodwill or out into the community. And that creates job opportunities for other community members that would like exposure to the workplace. And it also just really emphasizes our commitment to developing people. We train and develop people on a multitude of work platforms. So Goodwill has a growth mindset. We believe that talent can be developed, that learning is ongoing, and we really focus on continuous improvement. So we don't expect a new employee to necessarily have all the requirements of the job on the first day, but we believe that they have the potential to be developed. So as part of this, on April 1st, we implemented the soft skills assessment tool that was developed through Literacy Link South Central in collaboration with local manufacturers to help us identify soft skills that new employees may need to strengthen to increase their success in the workplace and increase the overall resilience of our own workforce and of those graduating out into competitive employment. To date, 313 workers have completed the soft skills assessment. Communication and dependability are actually the lowest rated soft skills, requiring targeted intervention and support. So our coaches then use Goodwill Works curriculum, which is available to us through Goodwill International, which are targeted soft and life skills trainings that address these core soft skills. A follow-up assessment is then completed at 3 months of employment post-hire to assess the impact of the targeted soft skills training. To date, we don't have enough data to really provide a fulsome update, but the intent and the hope is that the assessment and then the feedback that we gather from the manager will indicate that the identified soft skills training has helped that individual strengthen in that area. We also have a Goodwill U, which is an online university that has hundreds of training modules that are available to our employees. A lot of these training modules are soft skills, which is very interesting because our trainings are developed based on requests that come forward from the managers. So it just really, again, confirms the importance of soft skills in your workforce. And any employee can access any training module, or a manager can assign a training module to help an employee strengthen in specific areas. And then we hold a bi-weekly virtual coaches corner that is for any managers, assistant managers, supervisors, team leads, key holders. And it's a safe space to come together where we talk about challenges that managers may be facing with their workforce. And within each session, we have a micro training that's embedded. So it might be around managing conflict in the workplace. We will use that time to map out critical paths that will help a manager respond to maybe mental health challenges that are occurring in the workplace. We do a lot of work with our managers around self-care and the importance of that work-life balance so that they are in a good place and can then support their team members in the same way. And we also spend some time on our EAP training the managers on what's available through EAP so that instead of just giving an employee a 1-800 number to call, they can actually talk about what's available and what the employee might benefit from. We've created a Facebook workplace, which is an internal space for all employees to engage in. And this is kind of where we get to play. We have some fun. We have competitions. Pictures are posted. People are celebrated. Partnerships are acknowledged. And it's a great way for us to really come together and as a workforce. We also use this platform to create awareness and education for some of the work we're doing around anti-racism and anti-oppression as well. And then we have an annual Power of Work Awards, which is another opportunity just to recognize and acknowledge some of the work, some of the accomplishments that team members achieve over the course of the year, graduates, partners, and it's another place to celebrate, come together, and again, just acknowledge. I wanted to share a quote from one of our St. Thomas employees that I thought was quite nice, and I'm not going to be able to see. So she said that since being hired on in January of 2019, I've come to realize that Goodwill offers much more than just a paycheck to its employees. Goodwill's a true family atmosphere full of caring, motivated individuals who continue to learn from each other on a daily basis while working together for the common good of the community. And I just wrap up, I would say start building the resilience of your workforce right on day one. I think that upfront, early on investment in your people will really go a long way to strengthen engagement and have a really engaged, thriving workforce.
I often think, Bev, of how of Goodwill as an employment service provider, but when you remind that 1,000 employees, I mean that's quite amazing to me. And I love how you're positioning soft skills development as a gateway to growth and also retention, because as we've heard throughout this morning, retention is a challenge for a lot of employers. And I love what you said about the early investment. If you invest in people, they tend to respond.
Mhm.
So thank you very much. That was wonderful.